I'd like to be out by 25. I just told Reedy this morning, can you do some dealing and get us out early?
Well, there's some options.
Yeah, not many. I don't think there'll be as many as in the past, but we're prepared for a few of those.
We had Matt Clark on earlier. I'm not sure if you heard that chat with the Tigers. Can you put a nail in any chance of you trading out your top pick?
No.
You can't put a nail in it?
No.
So is it half a nail's in?
Less than half a nail, but no, you can't. You just can't. The way it is now, trade up. You've got to be open to everything. Like we've had drafts where we've probably had 20 trading scenarios ready to go. We won't have that many clearly this year because we just don't have the stock that we've had in past years. So, but no, you just can't. You've got to be prepared for that. But is there 6 scenarios, 5 scenarios this year compared to 10 plus in other years? That's probably about right. I don't think we'll be heavily involved, but we're ready for a few.
It's always fascinated me how you go about rating players that are playing in different competitions. And this year's probably the big one where how do you go about rating, say Nick Dacos was available in the open draft, a 40-2 game in the NAB League against what Jason Horne-Francis is doing in senior sample footy?
Yeah, it's a great question. And the data's not always the same either. So you can't just use analytics to do it because the stats are different. They're different quality in different comps. If you look at Jason Horne-Francis, Wangane Malira, Wangane Malira played wing reserves, played his role, did exactly what the coach asked him to do. Same, he goes up into the league, plays wing, has 13, 14, kicks a goal, 4 tackles. Experience is probably the only way. You go, okay, if Finn Callaghan was playing in the sample, what could he do?
Yeah.
And with it, the disappointing thing is no national championships because that's where you really get to compare. So you go, well, Nick Dacos, I've seen him play 35, 40 times back from when he was a 14, 15-year-old playing at Carey. I can honestly say I haven't seen him play a bad game. Now, Jason's played half forward sometimes at South Adelaide, played his role, kicked 2 goals, put forward pressure on, didn't have 28 touches because he didn't get in the midfield because their midfield had Bryce Gibbs in it.
Yeah.
So I think the best way to answer your question is experience tells you, and we've seen it in the past, guys, not many in the waffle, but in the sample they go up and play league footy. So you try and compare to what we've seen in past years of other guys that have been high picks that have played league footy.
In terms of actually that early trade, would you be comfortable moving back far? Like, is there a point where you'd actually stop? Is 7 the only chance?
Not too far, Cal.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we wouldn't. Geez, it'd have to be a great deal, get something in the future and something fantastic to move back far. So I don't think it would be too far.
Right, the Crows fans are listening for a number of reasons, but one of them is they want to know what you're doing with the top picks. My read, Josh Rochelle, Josh Sin and Ben Hobbs has become a really good crew that you've looked at.
And Josh Ward and Finn Callaghan and bit on Nick Dacos.
Yeah, okay. You're going to do that, are you?
Possibly.
Okay. Well, what about Josh Rochelle? Tell us about his footy and what you've thought of him over the past couple of years.
I sat out the front for half an hour. I just heard you two talk about him for 20 minutes. It's like it's almost boring now. We should talk about something else.
No, he's coming on the show in about 20 minutes. So
is he?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, he's good in the media.
He is good in the media. He is good in the media. What about on the field?
Well, he was good at soccer.
Yep.
So it'll be, instead of basketball background, it'll be he had a soccer background.
I did actually say to him the other day, I said, I'm not sure. I think I might have done you a disservice because we wrote the story about April, I think it was, about the Melbourne City scholarship, and it really has followed him around and looks set to follow him around forever. You can't shed...
It's like Todd Viney beat Boris Becker. It's still going, and it's, 40 years ago?